YouTube, Quinn Wade, coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on their path. We're going to talk about how the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Philadelphia 76ers 115 to 101. Cavaliers go to 40 and 25 and 22 and 12 at home. Philly go to 34 and 30, 17 and 14 on the road. Cleveland won the season series 4-0, which means they don't play each other again unless they meet in the playoff, which seems unlikely. Um, Other than that, Philly had a lot of guys out. No Tyrese Maxey, no Joel Embiid, and no VJ Edgecombe. And you knew they had a good chance to losing because of that, and they did. Cleveland won the first quarter 26-20. They won the second quarter 30-24. The third quarter 31-22, and the game was over at that point. But they had one more quarter to play, and Philly outscored them 35-28, but still lost by 14 by the end of the game. Dominic Barlow did a good job scoring by the rim, had all different type of moves to get there, and was able to finish, and only had 8 points in 20 minutes though. And he went 4 or 7 from the field to get it. Not bad, but he did miss his only 3, and he still went 0-2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 personal foul. It was a -10 and plus minus. Bona also had 8 points, but he did that in 26 minutes. He just wasn't as efficient. He went 4 of 10 from the field. He did grab 7 rebounds, which was tied with Drummond for the most off the bench. They both been doing that. They're getting the same amount of rebounds, as funny as that may seem. Other than that, Bona didn't do nothing but get 2 offensive boards, no first foul, and -13. So him and Barlow didn't do much, especially on the offensive end for the Sixers. Cam Payne got the start. He played 28 minutes. He got 12 points. He got in double figures was how he did it. He went 4 of 12 from the field and 2 of 7 from 3. He wasn't that efficient. He had a lot of good looks. And this one, he just wasn't making them. He also went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists. The 4 assists was actually tied for the most on the team. So the ball was moving, but it wasn't really moving to guys that was scoring after they got the ball or when they got the ball. No turnovers, 2 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, was a -14 and plus minus. And then Kelly Oubre, he's been having really strong games. You'd think that he'd be a 20-point scorer because all the guys that was missing played 14 minutes. He only had 6 points, unfortunately for him. He couldn't play the rest of the game. He went 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, and 4 or 5 from the free throw line. And then he had 3 personal fouls, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, and a -8 and plus minus. And then Quentin Grimes, you would think that he'd have the best scoring night because he probably is the best scorer outside of Kelly Oubre. And he did. He played 36 minutes. That was the most on the team. But he only had 17 points. He went 6 of 13 from the field, which isn't bad. But he also went 2 of 8 from 3. He needed a lot more threes to go in. But tonight wasn't his night to be able to do that. 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and a -21 and plus minus. And then off the bench, everybody scored off the bench, which is always good. Trendon Watford got blocked really, really good in this one, but he still finished 3 of 8 from the field. But he went 0 of 3 from the three-point line for only 6 points in 20 minutes. He did have 5 rebounds and also 2 assists, 4 turnovers, a steal in the block. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a -5 and plus minus. He did all the other things too. But by him not being as efficient and him getting 4 turnovers and 3 personal fouls, it ended up being an average game for him. Marjon Beauchamp, yeah, he's still in the league. Played 5 minutes, had 8 points. He went 3 or 4 from the field. Went 2 or 3 from the three-point line. Not really known for his 3-ball, but it was working tonight. He had 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 personal foul, was a +3 and plus minus. Jabari Walker was able to make a 3 in the shot by the rim, but he missed the other one. Finished 2 or 3 from the field, 1 or 1 from 3 for 5 points in 12 minutes. He had 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a +5 and plus minus. His Dalen Terry, 19 minutes, 9 points, 4 or 7 shooting from the field, 1 or 4 from 3. He went 0 or 1 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 4 assists. 4 assists ended up being real good for him because that was tied for the most on the team. He had 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a +3 and plus minus. Played a short amount of minutes, but did basically everything you can do. Only thing you can say is make another 3, make your free throw, and continue to defend at a high level. Other than that, he had a good game. Justin Edwards, 28 minutes. That was the most off the bench. He had the most points off the bench for 14. But only took him 6 shots because he went 5 or 6 from the field and 3 or 4 from three. Made his only free throw. So it ended up being a good night for him. His only miss was a three. He had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals. 2 steals was the most on the team, so that was great. He also had 1 offensive rebound, and then he had 4 personal fouls. It was a -2 and plus minus. Andre Drummond, 15 minutes, 4 points, 1 of 3 from the field. He missed his only 3-pointer. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 7 boards, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls as well. That's too many for 15 minutes, and that's the reason why he probably didn't play as much. He also had 2 offensive rebounds and was a -5 and plus minus. And Tyrese Martin, 17 minutes, 4 points. He went 2 of 6 from the field, but he went 0 of 3 from the 3-point line and 0 of 2 from the free throw line, although he still had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and he also had stealing block. He still had 3 turnovers in 17 minutes. He had no personal fouls, though, and was a -3 and plus minus. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers, everybody that was healthy and was able to play got on the basketball court for them. Dean Wade, 20 minutes, 13 points. He went 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 6 from three. Just good scoring, good floor spacing. That's what he's out there for. And, to get 10 rebounds, that's a double-double. It's something that you need to do to be able to win games. He was able to do that for him tonight, especially with no Jared Allen. 2 assists, 1 block, 4 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls, and a +16 and plus minus. Evan Mobley was doing a little bit of inside out, but the inside was working more than out today for him. 28 minutes, 15 points, 7 of 12 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He did have 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 3 blocks. The 3 blocks was the most in the game. So, Evan Mobley is capable of doing that. And it happened tonight, and that's when he's locked in and trying to do his best to be the most cover type of big that he can be, and he's good at it. 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a +9 and plus minus. James Harden, 29 minutes, 21 points. He went 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 8 from three, and 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Didn't take as many shots as you probably thought that he might, but this is a new James Harden where he's looking at his teammates and saying, I'm trying to get you guys involved. I'm trying to keep you guys looking good while still getting mine whenever I feel like it. And he can do that, and he has the pace to be able to do it when he wants to, too. And he also has a green light whenever he wants to. And he had 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and only 2 turnovers. He also had 1 block, 1 personal foul, and a +16 and plus minus. Donovan Mitchell, 31 minutes, ended up being the most in the starting lineup. He had 17 points, 4 of 11 shooting from the field. He went 0 of 2 from three. Didn't score the ball that great, but going 9 of 9 from the free throw line evens it out, especially when you look at the fact that he had 6 assists and no turnovers. He liked it, the shots he was taking. He was confident in the shots that he was taking. And even when he wasn't making them, he said, I got to find a way to get some better shots too, instead of just settling for what the defense give me. So it ended up working out. And if that didn't work, he was passing to his teammates because he seen them open. It was just up to them to make the right play or make the shot. And he was able to do that throughout the game for him. 2 steals, 1 offensive board, 1 personal foul, and a +10 and plus minus. Sam Merrill, 21 minutes. He was the only guy to not score in double figures in the start lineup of the Cleveland Cavaliers because he finished with 2 points. He went 1 of 6 from the field, missed every single three that he took, which was 5 attempts. He also had 3 rebounds and 5 assists, no turnovers, 1 personal foul, and a +5 and plus minus. Larry Nance Jr., 4 minutes, 1 turnover, and that was it for his night besides being the -8 and plus minus. Tristan played 4 minutes. He made a 3 and missed 1. That was his only field goal attempt, so he finished with 3 points. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnover. The first foul was a -8 and plus minus. Naquan Tomlin, 4 minutes, 2 points. He did have a turnover, 0 personal fouls, and a -8 and plus minus. Riley Minks played 4 minutes. He didn't score a basket, but he did get a turnover, and that's all he did. We finished as a -8 and plus minus. And then Thomas Bryant, 13 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from three. Had a really, really good block in this one, and then he finished with 5 rebounds and an assist, 2 offensive rebounds, and a personal foul. It was a +6 and plus minus. Dennis Schroeder, 22 minutes. He had 4 points, did a good job of trying to attack when he could, and then he only took 2 shots, and the other one he got fouled on, so he went 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from the field, and he missed his only 3 for 4 points in those 22 minutes. But he also had 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and a block. 2 personal fouls and was a +5 and plus minus. And Jaylon Tyson, 21 minutes, 11 points. He went 4 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 from three. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, no turnovers in the block. 1 personal foul and was a +10 and plus minus. And you look at it and say he had the open looks from three, made sense to take them, but he really couldn't make nothing outside of that really. And this one, and then Craig Porter Jr., 15 minutes. He had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers. He also had 1 personal foul and was a 0 and plus minus. He missed his only shot, and he was able to do more damage with the passing and the rebounding than anything else in this one. Then Keon Ellis, for some reason, he kept getting left wide open, knowing that he's a decent shooter. 26 minutes, he went 4 of 7 from three, finished 5 of 9 from the field, which is still good. He even got to the free throw line because of the way they was closing out and the way they was trying to guard him. He got rewarded going there a couple of times, and he finished 5 of 7 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, no turnover, and a steal. 3 personal fouls and was a +25 and plus minus. 84 field goals by the Cavaliers, 45% for them, 46% for the Sixers. They took 1 more shot than they did. 44 three-pointer attempts for the Cavaliers, 36%. 38 taken by the Sixers. They shot 29%. That hurts a lot when you're already trailing. You're trying to get back in the game, and the threes just ain't falling. And then 25 free throws taken by the Cavaliers. That's 92%. 18 taken by the Sixers. They shot 67%. Not only was you having trouble scoring the ball from three, then you gave them free throws on top of that, and they ended up shooting them at a high level compared to you. You left a lot of them there, and then you fouled them too many times when you was already trailing. Then 41 rebounds for the Cavaliers, 42 for the Sixers, 28 assists for the Cavaliers, 20 for the Sixers, 9 turnovers for the Cavaliers, 14 for the Sixers. Cavaliers took good care of the ball. Good care of the ball. They also had 4 steals, while the Sixers had 7, and then 8 blocks for the Cavaliers, 4 for the Sixers. 9 offensive rebounds for the Cavaliers, 11 for the Sixers, 32 defensive rebounds for the Cavaliers, 31 for the Sixers, and then 16 personal fouls for the Cavaliers, 21 for the Sixers. Good game for the Cavaliers. They seen that the enemy was weak. They seen that they can be able to attack, especially in the paint. They seen that, we can get the shots that we want. We can move the ball when it's needed. We can collapse the defense basically at will. And we're going to spread the floor out, try to get some drives, try to get some nice high percentage shots as much as we can against this Sixer defense and see if they can keep up with us. And they just couldn't keep up with them defensively or offensively. And this is a game where you look at and say, without all of those guys, Cavaliers should win this game. And at the end of the day, they got it done, and that's all that matters. Sometimes you want to play better. Sometimes you want to do better. But sometimes you just want to go out there and get the win however you can. And that's what the Cavaliers was able to do tonight. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get the analysis when they first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today with more analysis.